looked over and I was like, holy crap, it's 8 o'clock. How did that happen? But no, I've been kind of waiting for it. Actually, I was actually just reading comments on. Oh my gosh, that I may have just broke something. Let's try this again. Oh, wow. 1 second. I swear we're not going to have the crazy technical difficulties that we had at Freedom Breeder because we've got service. I just whacked my freaking my gimbal against the front door, which is going to be part of tomorrow's jokes too, actually, the front door joke. Okay, now we're back. There we go. Sorry about that. I got a little overexcited and realized it was a little dark in the house. I was like, I gotta get outside real quick, and went outside a little too quickly. Hey guys, welcome to our live stream with video. For those of you that were here last week, well, you'll understand why having video on a live stream might be something that who we got in here anyway? You guys just gonna watch me talk to myself? Bradley, Louie, Shelly, Kenny. What's up, guys? Woo! My feet aren't as Hawaiian as they used to be. That's a cool view. We should do this from now on. This is like the extreme Dave Kaufman. So, we're out here in New Caledonia to see what I step on. I was just at the, oh man, guys, I've been going freaking hard today, man. Like super hard. And it's fun and good, but oh my gosh. I'm ready to go to the lake tomorrow like we're doing, but I'm probably still gonna go hard there too. It's see how long I can hold my arms up like that? Oh, I can hold my arms up like that for a long time, man. The kids got me trained with the arms up in the air thing. I was just at the Mid-State Fair. Yeah, it is a trip. It'll be dark here pretty soon. It's on its way any time now. But you guys over in Arizona too, you don't have you guys don't have daylight saving times in Arizona. Daylight savings time in Arizona. I think it's like you and Hawaii, and that's like it. There might be a few other states, but California had it on the ballot recently. It says at the Mid-State Fair with the family, which you'll see on not on tomorrow's vlog, but the day after, of course. That's part of it. And then also feeding. I fed Rexon. I fed Rexon the Tagu, the Tuga, the Tegu. Pardon me. I just consumed calories for the first time today, so my brain is gonna go. The blood here is gonna go. But no, when I said I've been going hard today, it's been like no joke. I have not stopped once. Just been go, and not that that's not unusual, but today just feels like it was extra go hard for whatever reason. I don't know why. Comments, YouTube. When are we coming up to PDX? Man, it's been a hot minute. Last time I was in Portland was when I still lived in Hawaii. So it's been a little while now. Wow, it's been a hot minute. I used to go up to the Northwest all the time. I used to live in Northwest. What's up, Adam? Yeah, in it to win it. Ow, my leg hurts. So yeah, didn't miss too much yet. I'm just talking about how hard I've been going. Ooh, we took her out, the Tegu Kenny, we took her out today and had her out front and was petting her, let her walk around, and getting the little pieces of stuck shed off the end of her toes, which I feel like was a good bonding moment for the two of us. It's different, legs are a thing, claws are a thing. Because with snakes, it's like their teeth are in you or they're not. With the Tegu, it's like their claws can be in you when they're not trying to hurt you, but they can hurt you when they're not even trying to. You know what I mean? Because with those sharp claws, like she just might be feeling a little, I don't know what, like she needs to climb a little higher on my shoulder, and it's like she's not trying to hurt me, but those claws are digging in pretty well. I do not have a harness for her. Just chilling with the snakes. I just finished feeding just about all the snakes. I rushed back here so that I could, from the fair, so that I could hopefully feed the snakes, and which is part of the vlog that I was filming today. So filming and feeding is somewhat challenging. It can be really interesting, trying to get different shots trying to film and feed and open the cages at the same time while holding the camera and the tongs and trying to open the cage and not get a feed and response bite at the same time and have it come out like looking somewhat cinematic. Oh, it's I love all this stuff. I love it. Like all these different things that are challenging the hell out of me. Like I just feel like it's really helping me to, I don't know, do something. Building skills for sure, but skills like where am I going to use them? Guess today. I used them today, and I'll probably use them again tomorrow. I feel like the universe is preparing me for something epic, and that's probably just a feeling. According to some people in the comments, there's no such thing as free will, and it's all just random physics. And I asked him on the comment, I said, so I'm replying to you now, is that just physics? Maybe it is, I don't know. I felt like I chose to respond to it and ask the question back, but strongly disagree that everything's just random physics. I kind of think so too, because like I thought about it for a minute. I was like, should I reply to it or not? Is this physics right now? Is this what physics feels like? Me trying to decide whether or not to reply to the physics thing? And but that ended there. A lot of those comments, like I hope that I'm gonna get into a discussion with somebody, but then more often than not, when I reply to one of those comments, like they never see my reply or something, I don't know, and we never get to have a conversation, which somewhat bums me out. I'm like, damn it, leave a comment, I want to have a conversation. That's why I go down to the comments. Otherwise, I would just say screw the comments, because there's always at least 2 or 3 that just have like some asshole saying whatever, and it kind of ruins the vibe of the rest of the comments. I wish I could say it didn't, but it kind of does. Like even though 99% of the comments kick ass and are awesome, there's always a couple assholes. But I want to go down there and have conversations with people, so I go to read them. I don't want to ever get to a point where I just don't read the comments, because I don't know, that just seems like it would suck to purposefully not read the comments because you don't want to. So hopefully it never gets to that place. But yeah, lots of things coming forward here. Oh, massive updates. I can't even keep track anymore. That's what I titled this video as, was that we have lots of updates. And obviously the new animals are an update. Carpet Fest is happening this weekend, as Kenny, Bradley, you guys know. Oh, Shelly, I did see that. Yes, you and I and Jerry Robertson, we need to have a hangout for sure. I threw a shout out to Jerry today because I threw a little bit of Desinex, a little bit of athlete's foot powder on the queen's eggs, because she had that one boob egg and it started to look a little discolored with, you know, the pinkish color of molding-ish stuff. So I put a little light dusting on there and said, thanks, Jerry. So those retics have been together. Garrett's retics are the ones that we've been no crashing planes, Kenny, no. Those are Garrett's retics that I've been pairing up. I've not paired up any of the retics that I keep myself. The plan there was for Garrett's retics, because he was going to take the babies and then be responsible for finding them homes. I did have plans at one point to breed retics. That was part of the plan when I got them. But as I've raised them and gotten a feel for the community out there as far as people that keep retics and everything, it just seems like there's a lot of people getting into them irresponsibly. It seemed like over the past few years, I always seen people just like getting rid of a snake after they've had it for a couple years. And that's a big responsibility. You know, so if you're doing something with the ball python, not that that doesn't matter, but it's a lot easier to find a home for a ball python or for a corn snake or for some smaller snake. It's a big commitment, exactly. And I didn't want, and you get a lot of eggs when you breed those things. And I've said this plenty of times, I'll say it again. There's just so many eggs. I mean, you could feed them, I guess. I've got snake-eating species, you know, you could kind of cull, I guess, but I don't know if I'd have the heart to do that. I feel like I probably could. Like, I'm not that soft. I can kill things if I need to, or not if I need to, but I wouldn't. But you wouldn't need to, though. It wouldn't be a need thing. You know, that's where the problem comes into play. Where the big problem comes into play is finding enough responsible homes for the amount of babies that come out of a retic clutch, which is easily 40. You know, and somebody that's gonna be able to care for that animal for the next couple decades. it just seemed like there was slim pickings out there, and it seemed like there was always somebody just getting rid of it because either they couldn't handle it or whatever. And I don't know. I didn't want to partake in that. The boas are even not. I mean, compared to a retic, a boa is still. They're totally way more manageable, I think, than a retic. You know. So, luckily, I'm in a spot at an age, you know, where I honestly probably won't ever breed the retic. I maybe one clutch or something. I don't know. As of right now, I'm not pairing up any of my own snakes. And Garrett's taking his snakes back at Carpet Fest. We're gonna build a container, which we'll definitely make a video of making a container for shipping his snakes back to him, with him. And yeah, I mean, killing things was easier when I was younger, for sure. The only things I kill these days really are flies, mosquitoes. That's about it. I fed some crickets to the leopard geckos the other day. That didn't really faze me. But yeah, no, I haven't killed something substantial. I've never killed like something like a cow or a deer, something big. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to take something's life. Sorry. Yeah, finding that many keepers before the breeding, it's like even with Sangria's clutch, like I found people after we had the eggs on the ground, you know, and I haven't reached out to any of them yet because they haven't had their first shed. I mean, I know Louie and Corey and you folks are super solid on them, but I'm imagining that half the people that by the time I actually reach out to people when they have their first shed, whenever that's going to be, I don't know if that's going to be next year or what at this rate, but I'm imagining half of them are going to be gone, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, see, Louis there waiting. He still has a shed, dude. None of them have shed. It's crazy. I even going into it knowing that it was going to be a long time before they had their first shed. Yeah, that's all I heard was that it takes a long time. This was April they were hatched. We're only talking about 3 months. I guess it's not that crazy. I'm really curious though to see like when it finally does happen. Yeah, none of them even going into blue yet. It's not like they're even starting to like have blue eyes. It makes me wonder when I first got when I got Sangria, like had she had her first shed when I got her? Because I feel like, especially yours, Louie, your boy, is bigger now than Sangria was when I got her. So I don't know that she had her first shed or not, or what, but yeah, Berm, a clutch of 86 eggs. Yeah, they have a lot of eggs for a good reason. Yeah, that's a big clutch. Berms lay a lot of eggs too. Berms are cool, man. Snakes are cool. Lizards and tortoises. Weird. I had a box turtle when I was like 7. Never really kept any lizards. I thought you were talking about your mom, Kenny. I was like, wait, how does that work? Yeah, snakes, man. So cool. That's definitely on the higher end of clutches that I've heard about. Even for retics, I think the that's like right up at the biggest retic clutch I've heard of. Yeah, aquatic turtle. Box turtles are weird though, right? They're like semi-aquatic. I feel like that thing. Oh, we had a little kiddie pool in the backyard actually. That's what it was. Yeah, poop salmonella machines. We had a little mushy at the petting zoo, and Hillary was very diligent about making sure she got her hands washed after the petting zoo. Don't want any, don't want none of that. Don't want none of that happening. Dude, you guys, the daily vlog thing has been. I know a girl that got pregnant when she was 12. That's why it didn't like it didn't seem too far fetched. Um, yeah, grinding for sure. But it's fun because it's like it makes me want to like as soon as I'm done filming, as soon as I'm done filming for the day, like I just did today right before I started this live stream. Um, it's like I can't wait to plug those cards into the computer, get the footage off, and start editing. And the other great thing about editing it, yeah, Bradley, see, not too far off. I'm going to go off course there if I jump on that. I'm going to, though. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Uh, Editing, when you edit your footage the same day that you film it, it makes it a lot easier versus even the next day. If you go to sleep, like there's part of me that knows that I can go to sleep, and if I need to go to sleep tonight for whatever reason, like if I'm just totally dead and can't handle it, then I know I can edit tomorrow and still have the vlog ready to upload and be ready for the next day because I'm doing a day off. Like today's vlog will go out not tomorrow because that would be too crazy of a schedule to try to keep myself to. So I got a day separation. Today's vlog, what I filmed today, will go out the day after tomorrow. But I have been editing the same night that I film everything, which my point was if I waited until I went to sleep and woke up the next day, everything I filmed wouldn't be fresh in my head. And I haven't really been writing hardly anything down. As far as like ideas for filming, I just kind of go off the fly. And my point is if I go to sleep, that all that resets. I don't have all that stuff in my head that I was thinking of as I was filming, like, ooh, this will be cool in the edit. Like in the edit, I'll edit here and then I'll do this and it'll flow like this, and I'll take this part from later in the day and put it before to make it part of the story that flows. And I would lose all that stuff and it wouldn't come out as good. It wouldn't be as easy to edit it the way that I wanted it to turn out as I was filming it today. I'm sure that makes sense. Now, the young kids thing, the having kids when you're young, there's definitely a part of me that has always envied people that did that to a point. Obviously, there was a lot of things I got to do in my 20s that I would never have been able to do with kids. And I think, some people do that later in life when they're in their, if they say, for example, like, what'd you say, Bradley, 15? Your mom had you when she was 15. So potentially, she could have you good and ready to go into the world by the time she's 33. You know what I mean? And then she could start going at it and doing it and doing the things that I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. And the big benefit to that I've always seen is like, there's a reason that our body's ready to reproduce at that early age, because it takes a lot of energy to raise kids, as I think just about every one of you on this chat knows. It takes a lot of energy, man. And you got a lot more energy when you're younger, man. Whew. But no regrets, man. No regrets. It is nice to raise them now when I've had those experiences. Like, I feel like if I had had my kids younger, I wouldn't have had the knowledge and wisdom that I have now to be able to impart on them and put into my rearing of them. Like, I feel like if I had them when I was younger, there would be things I would try to shelter them from, as far as knowledge and experiences and just information. Whereas now with them, how I am with them now, and how I feel like I wouldn't have been when I was younger, is I'm just 100% honest with them. I don't lie to them about anything. Not even like Hillary does the Santa Claus thing a bit and the Tooth Fairy thing, and I don't choose not to participate because I'm a cranky old man. I just don't want to even. I won't even go there. Like I don't want to ever like lie to these kids about anything. They ask me about anything, I tell them what it is, like straight up. And I just feel like that's something that's going to benefit them going forward in their lives. Like, just be like, you got a question? Like, I'll answer it. I'll tell you exactly what's up. I won't sugarcoat it. Whatever. No sugarcoating. Yeah, that's another good point. Having multiple generations around for a while. Luckily, my family did all right, and we had my grandpa well into recent. Oh, energy, kids. Yes. Yeah, there's that too. You know, there's benefits. That's the great thing. It doesn't matter what your experience is. It's how you play your cards, right? Like the cards that you lay out for yourself, and the cards that you can stack your deck, or you can just be dealt whatever life hands you. And super cliche, you know, how you play them. It's how you play them. It's not the cards you dealt. It's how you play them, right? Doesn't matter if it doesn't matter. Some people can get a great hand and be like, damn, it's not a straight flush. And some people get two pair and be like, ooh, I thought I was gonna get nothing. And it's all about how you look at it. It's all your attitude, man. That's why I don't buy into the everything is just random physics thing. I feel like we got a choice. Your mom's a great grandma. Yeah, I saw a guy at I may have mentioned to you guys this on a live stream. Or no, I think I just talked about it on the vlog is what it was. There was a guy at the Live Oak Festival that we went to recently, and he was clearly a great grandfather to the little girl that he was running around with. You know, I could just tell. It was obvious to me that he was great grandpa. And I was just like starting to choke up just watching him like flying her through the air and stuff. So I stopped and waited for them to kind of be having a moment where they were kind of moving on from where they were, and I'd stopped them and said and I just shook his hands like, I just want to tell you congratulations, and that I hope to someday be in your shoes, man, because what a thing. Yeah, positive manifestation. There was a guy I watched recently. I've watched a couple of episodes of Logan Paul's podcast. The one in particular that I actually went through the whole thing. You guys should check it out too. A guy named Charlie Rocket is on the Logan Paul podcast. Impulsive is called. Charlie Rocket. He was a young entrepreneur, and anyway, just if you want to hear a story about a guy that just manifests his destiny to be what the reality he wants to live, check that out, man. They're really inspiring. Like he brings quantum physics into it and stuff. It's pretty cool. Dean, we had Deans at the guitar shop I used to work at when I was 16. And those were pretty cool. I like the headstock, freaking that V headstock. That's really cool. And of course, I mean that was Dimebag's brand too, right? That was what Dimebag rocked, was that Lightning V Dean. As far as electrics go, for a long time I was a big fan of Hamer, because the shop I worked at worked really closely with Hamer, and like that was a couple of my first electric guitars were Hamers, and they were really, really awesome to play. It varies when it comes to an acoustic. The guitar I fell in love with the most was this Martin that I got, and that thing's sweet. Now my current favorite electric guitar is a Music Man. I've got this Music Man that the neck it's like this thicker rounded back neck, but it's just such a great feeling neck. It's a Music Man. I was never, brother, I was never a huge fan of Ovation. I don't know if it was the plastic back and like I could never get comfortable sitting and playing with it, or just the sound, but I know a real classic acoustic sound, like especially for country, is like that Ovation plugged into a Trace Elliott, right? And it has a super cool sound. I was never big. We had Ovations at the shop too. But yeah. Epiphone. I don't know if they still make them or not. I couldn't tell you. But that little guitar, that little 3/4 guitar I picked up recently when I got that guitar for Jesse's boy, it's the solid top, and I was playing it at the Live Oak Music Festival, and I've been playing that over my Martin recently. Like I'll have my Martin sitting right there in that 3/4, and that thing just sounds awesome. Oh yeah, well, you and my dad could have a long conversation about Glenn Campbell. Bradley, I think you and my dad are the only people I've ever heard mention Glenn Campbell's name. Not that there's been plenty of people that have, but in my life, you and my father are the only two people I've ever heard bring up Glenn Campbell in a conversation. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, tune's just like a full size. It's just a smaller body. Yeah, same notes, Same exact notes you tune it to. It's just shorter strings, I guess. And you would think that would make it easier. It's a lot easier to bend the strings and do little leads, and it's got a little cutout for it too. In fact, you know what? Here, if you guys want, I'm gonna start editing in a minute, but before I edit, I could we can go upstairs and we could. I am not warmed up whatsoever. I'm not saying anything bad about Glenn. I'm really not saying anything bad about Glenn. No, it's not leaving less frets. It's just smaller. It's just smaller in stature, not less frets at all. I'm not saying anything bad about Glenn. I'm just saying it's just funny that there's only 2 people in my life I've ever heard bring up his name. It's just funny to me for some reason. Let's check out the frets. I don't think it's like, no, it's same. It's just smaller. Here, look, I'm gonna flip the camera around. Well, you know what? The neck. Sorry, I know you can't see it. The neck is actually almost the same size. Just the guitar itself is smaller. You can see I'm even holding it in front of the other guitar, and it's just like the body is smaller. The length of the strings is almost identical from bridge to nut. It's like the same length. It's just the body is smaller, basically. And the strings are a little bit closer together. There's not a whole lot of difference, I guess, in my point. But it sounds amazing. 22. Oh yeah, 22. Those were the days. Actually, my life was. I had no responsibilities when I was 22. Let's put it like that. I probably could have used a few. Ooh, it was not in tune. I don't know any Glenn Campbell, dude. I'm sorry. I don't. I mean, I don't know how to play the songs. Maybe I should learn some. But it's got this nice cutout right here. You can like bend the strings a lot easier on this thing than you can a normal acoustic. Missing a comment there. Teach me. Yeah, teach me. I'll learn it. Whatever you want me to learn. I don't know the like a no, I'm not. Like a rhinestone cowboy. No, I don't know that song. I used to. There was a period in my life where I said that a lot. Just sang that little part of the chorus, like a rhinestone cowboy. I still got drummer hands from the other day. I haven't gone back to guitar mode yet. Dude, Leonard Skinner is playing tonight at the frickin' fair, man. I'm not going to it obviously because I'm back home. I'm gonna edit, but it was separate tickets to the show. The ticket to the fair didn't get you into the concert. You could hear it, but I didn't even know until I was at the fair. I was like, there they go. They're playing. I've seen Skinner before though. Otherwise, I'd get in there 100% and be like, damn, they're right there. But Skinner is a great show, man. They were playing with Bad Company and Night Ranger when I saw them. Skinner just stole the freaking show for sure. Yeah, dude, this is the pick. I learned this from the Hawaii boys. Like, everybody used this little thing. Everybody used it, man. It was the one. I used to use that thick ass, like 2mm purple thing. I used to use that a lot when I played a lot of Joe Satriani type stuff. But yeah, at the fair, dude. They're not playing with. When I saw them, they were playing with James Van Sant's brother or whatever, and it was really good. Like, he killed it. But they're playing with some Chris somebody today. Freaking Skinner, man. Some party music. Oh yeah, the pinch harmonics. I was gonna maybe sing you guys a song, but I don't really, I don't know what to say. My voice is not anywhere ready for any singing. Every single day, little baby girl, she does it in a fancy way. She's tiny day, the baby girl today, walking around the corner. That's my baby Tay. What you got to say? Daddy's little girl, she does it in a fancy way. She's tiny day, she's the baby girl today, dancing on the table. That's Mushi's song. Oh, I can pee on a tree. I can pee on a tree all day long. All right, yeah, you want pee on a tree? We're peeing on a tree. When I'm sitting in my house watching shows on my iPad, sometimes I get the urge to go and I have to go real bad. But I'm not always in my house, spend a lot of time outside. Sometimes I get the urge to go, so I swallow up my pride. And pee, 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 pee on a tree. Pee is yucky water, but it still helps plants grow tall. And I'm not the type of guy that likes to let my plants grow small. The birds always sing happily when they're high up in a tree. And I'd like to thank myself because that tree's tall because of me. Cause I pee, 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 pee on that tree. You might be the type that thinks it's close to see me pee, even though I'm helping out the tree. Or maybe you're a girl who hasn't mastered the technique, and it's always splashing on your feet. But I know girls that learn to stand and pee. So next time you're outside and start to feel like number one, don't turn tail for the house, let it glisten in the sun. If you're brave enough to try it out, I'll bake you fresh cookies, and we can go outside and let our pee fly in the breeze. Yeah, we'll pee, 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 pee on all the trees. Yeah, we'll pee, 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 pee on all the trees. All right, I'm not gonna top that. It almost feels like a travesty to play it when Noah's not here, but It's definitely higher than I should be singing on a non-warmed up voice. All right, folks, I'm not topping that one tonight. There's no way. Thank you guys for tuning in for the live stream. Look forward to seeing you guys that are showing up for Carbon Fest this weekend. You know how to get a hold of me if you need me, y'all. You guys have yourselves. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of pea treeing this weekend, Kenny. You can count your. We got lots of trees around here. Plenty to pee on. No doubt about it. You guys have yourselves a good night. I'm gonna start editing. I'll see you soon. Bye.